Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleanor and today I have a bit of a different video for you. This is going to be my reading bullet journal flip through for 2020 and showing you my bullet journal plans for 2021. I'm just going to start off by saying don't judge me too harshly on my bullet journal. I'm not the most artistic in terms of like writing and drawing and things like that, so this bullet journal is very basic, but it's just to show you that whatever your creative ability level and how much involvement you want to have in doing a bullet journal, you can have fun and do it at any level. I think you'll understand that when you see how basic my spreads are for reading. I just keep it simple, and I just like tracking my reading. So I'll start off by saying that I use the Lectrum notebooks just because they're dotted, and I find the dotted journals much easier, and they're really thick and have loads of pages, so they're dotted, so it means you can be more creative than just a plain lined one would be. I also use what I think a lot of people do for bullet journals. They use the Pigma Micron pens, and I've got the point size 02, 04 and 08. That's what I like using. I don't really know where these pens, you can get them, and they're twin tone Tom something pens. I've had them for a couple of years and you can see that the paint just wears off really quickly, so I can't even read them. And I got these when I was in Germany a couple of years ago. Just get into it. The start of my journal is the contents page, and you can see that I started this journal in August 2018. I'm not going to go back that far, I'm just going to do 2020 because my early spreads, maybe it's a sneak peek of August 2018. I used to do them a little bit differently, but I definitely read a lot more now than I used to. So I'm just going to flip straight through. So the first spread for 2020 is my bookshelf. So I started this off with the intent that I'd seen lots of people doing bookshelves, and after they'd finished every book, they would draw the book, write the name, and they, perhaps if you wanted to, colour in the book. But so I started that with the intention of filling the whole bookshelf up. I didn't take into account that I don't read as much as a lot of these other people who do bullet journals do. So I got to like the end of, I don't know if this is March, the end of March, and I realised that that was like one whole row, and I'm like, I am going to run out of books before the end of the year because I'm not going to read that many. And I was like, well, there's 6 shelves. Why did I not do January, February, March, April, May, June, and split up like that? So I've done that for 2021, but it was too late to do that for 2020. So you can see I get to about here, and then that's why they thin out, because this is me trying to spread what I'm reading out a little bit, so it fits better, so it won't be as patchy. Yeah, and then we have January, and this is a spread that I'm continuing on for 2021. I like the way this works for me, so I just have the books I read, what I rated them, and I always do reviews and rate them on Goodreads. So if you can hear noise in the background, my kitten is definitely wanting to be involved in this process. And then the favourite part, and the reason why I started bullet journaling, is a really encouraging part of reading for me is keeping track of how much I read every day, and it's making it like an intentional habit. Like I pick up a book every day, and I find it really satisfying to colour in how many pages I read. So it counts up in increments. Each box is worth 10 pages, but I count it up in increments of 20. And I have the whole month, so it's 1 to 31 and the days of the week. My sister, maybe I can try and get the link off of her. There's an Instagram artist my sister bought these wee USB tapes for the numbers and the dates, and maybe see if I can get my sister, if she remembers the artist that does bullet journaling and she makes and sells these. She bought these as a Christmas gift for me a couple of years ago. So they're just put them right the right way. So it's just numbers in a wee spool with the days of the week. I might actually say, no, it doesn't. So I'll see if I can find that out and leave it in the comments if you're interested, just because that's a quick, easy way to make these. So I'll just flip through. That's February. Then we have March. had a bad reading month in March. I read good books, but didn't read much. I had a really good month in April. Yeah, and you can see I don't take it seriously. I wrote pages read as in the colour red instead of read as in a book. So, yeah. Then we have May. And we have June. July. Had another good reading month in July. August. September. October. November. And December. You can see that I'm filming this on the 30th of December, so I've not quite filled out the last 2 days because I'm pre-filming, but I don't imagine I'll get a book finished in that time. I'll just be reading a new book that I'll finish in January. So that's everything for 2020. So I'm adding a couple of things in for 2021. By the time this video goes up, my reading and channel plans video for 2021 will be live, and I'll leave that linked in the cards and in the description, and that's just going to explain some of the stuff I'm going to talk about. So this is my bookshelves for 2021. Again, I'm just keeping it simple. I've got the 6 shelves, and I'm going to keep it so that it's 2 months for each shelf. So hopefully that'll create a better balance of books. I've again set my reading goal this year. I again set my reading goal for 2021 at 52 books. I always hope to read more, but that's my goal. So hopefully that'll spread them out a little bit. I got some stickers for my Christmas, so I've been using some of them because I'm not really a drawer. Some of my earlier pages sometimes had little drawings, like my wee mushrooms, and I'm particularly proud of this spooky tree for October, which I did last year, but I don't really draw, and I just feel like if I was really into journaling, I would take the time to do all that, but I like this as a tool. I don't particularly enjoy the act of drawing out every month, if you know what I mean. I like doing all the pre-planning and then just having it all sitting ready for me to use on a daily basis. So this is the added in pieces for 2021. So if you watch my 2021 plans video, I'm going to be doing a physical TBR for 2021. I don't make monthly TBRs, so this is my goal, is to read all these books at some point throughout the year. And I don't have particular times of when I'm reading them, except all the Terry Pratchett's, where I'm reading one a month on my ebook. So I'm hoping to tick all them off. So I think these ones aren't covered are all my physical books, so I'm hoping to get them off my physical TBR. And if I read other books, I maybe add bits in, I don't know. Also in that planning for 2021 video, I talk about how I want to take part in at least 3 readathons in 2021. I just want to take part more. I don't plan my reading, so readathons are quite a lot of work for me because I have to plan my reading, and I don't own a lot of physical books. I buy as and when I want to read them. So for planning for a readathon, I'd have to buy books for it because I very rarely have books that just randomly fit. So if there's any readathons throughout the year that you think would be good for me to join in, let me know in the comments and I'll check them out and see if I can make them work for me and what I read. I think there's one in January that I'm thinking about taking part in. It's like the 13th of January to the 20th, and it's called Ribsat, so it's like Read Your Bookshelf. I think it's coming back in January for the first time in a couple of years, and I think you just pick a spot on your TBR shelf and you just read that book and read on. So it's just encourage you to read your physical books, which would be great. So maybe start that. I've only left one page because the aim is just to do 3, so I'll just have the name of the readathon and what books I read. I maybe could have left more space, but I'd rather have less space than have loads of space and not use it. And then I did my spreads for January, February and March, and then I ran out of steam and I haven't drawn out the rest of the year, but that can happen as and when as I go. There's no rush to do that. I've got a few months. So yeah, so that's my very basic bullet journal that I use for reading. This book has so many pages in it. They're numbered. Oh, sorry, the light's kind of ruining coming in to the shot. That's summer, definitely not summer, that winter sunlight. I'm going to be using this book for quite a long time. which I quite like, and I'll just keep filling out the content page at the beginning. So yeah, that's my very, very basic reading bullet journal flip through and setup. Let me know if you've got any spreads that you think might work for me and how basic I run things for this. Very, very, very low key and basic. I would love to know, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It'll be a very quick one. I think this is my last kind of wrap up of like 2020, apart from my general December wrap up. So yeah, so I look forward to 2021. This is your first video of mine you're watching, please be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.